Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Obviously you've seen the title of the video, you've seen that I've just gone and bought myself a Honda Civic EP3 Type-R. For one, it's the cheapest one, and it's as spare as the repairs. And obviously I bought it from a mechanic as well. And we all know that you're not supposed to buy a car from a mechanic. There's been so many horror stories. I've been to see so many cars from a mechanic, and they've literally been horrendous, like literally. But yeah, anyway, back to the EP3 Type-R. Yeah, so I bought it. It's my first Civic. Obviously, I've had a Honda before. Many years ago, I had the Honda Accord. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that Accord. And yeah, so I've had a Honda before, but never a Civic. And this obviously being straight in for the kill, straight for the Type-R. So basically, I've had the car for about 3 or 4 days now. There's lots of things I like about this car, and there's lots of things I don't like, but we'll get into that after. But this car has got like 2 trip computers. So you've got your mileage, and then you've got trip A, and then you've got trip B, and then obviously your mileage again. What I like is that for however many mileage I've done, it's telling me at the moment I've done about 530 odd miles. And I've set trip A since I bought the car, so I've done nearly, yeah, basically 530 miles. And then trip B is how much, whenever I put in fuel, I reset that trip B. So whenever I put in fuel, then I know roughly how much mileage I got per that fuel quantity. But yeah, that's one thing I like about it. And yeah, so basically I've done about 500 miles in it, and so I know a little bit about the car now, as in what it's like, what it's not like. I'm still to discover a lot of things. So I've not done anything on the car, I've literally just driven it to work and back, work and back. I've done a few other trips here and there, I've been to Cardiff and whatnot. Yeah, I've picked up my new exhaust I'm going to be putting on the car, so if you guys want to see that video as well, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be doing a quick video on that as well. So yeah, I've driven the car a fair bit. It is genuinely a really nice car. Obviously with its faults being as spare as the repairs and the cheapest one in the UK. Yeah. This Civic Type-R is definitely the fastest car I've ever owned. Yeah, obviously for the guys who know me and been following me on Instagram, I've always had sort of the around 150 horsepower cars. So the Primera GTs I've had, and the Honda Accord, that was 150 as well. Obviously the MX-5s, they're 140-ish as well, 140. I've had the 147 VVT as well, so yeah, this being 200 brake, well 198 or whatever you want to go, 197, this has by far got the most power. But yeah, and it definitely shows its power when you plant it. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. But yeah, in terms of what I plan to do with the car, I've got plans for this one. Hopefully, if it all goes well, we're doing a mini build on this, and if you guys want to see it on the channel, let me know in the comments what sort of videos you want to see. And I've got, basically I want to take it on track, if I'm honest with you, and there's a lot of things that I've already purchased. I went and got, if you're on the forums as well, you've seen me on the forums like asking a lot about the car and what to do, what not to do, and where I can get bits and bobs. So I've got a lot planned, but we'll save that for another video. One thing I don't really like at the moment, well I do like it, it's one thing I do like, but I dislike it as well for general driving. I love changing gears, and that's why I've always had a manual. I'm sort of more or less all against automatic, but this, every sort of 2,000, up to 2,000 revs, you're changing gear to keep it within the economy. It's still more than fast enough if I keep it up to 2,000 RPM, but obviously this goes all the way around to about 8,200. Obviously the red line on the speedo goes to 8,000, but when you do, obviously we're on a public road, isn't it? So you can't just, but when you do give it some, it does go all the way around the rev counter, and yeah, it doesn't disappoint at all. Another thing I found about this car is a lot of people want to race you, so I'll be driving around minding my own business, just going to work, anything. This guy's not going anywhere. But yeah, cool. So I'll be just doing my own thing, innit? Just going to work, going to shopping, anything. I could just minding my own business, you know? And then, like, you get people behind you edging up, like, bumper to bumper, like, go on then, go on then. And on the traffic lights, but I'm seeing with this that, like, everyone wants to go some, like, everyone wants to, like, give you a little race, like, but I haven't got time for the traffic light races, like, I'm not about that. Like, a lot of people, they want to go to that 30, like, 30, and then that's it. But I can't bother with that. If you want to do the full ton all the way down and carry on going, then let's go. But these lot that just want to do that little traffic light Grand Prix, go off and then just sit at 30. Like, we're coming on the ring road right now. A lot of the time on these traffic lights, you'll find a lot of these like Grand Prix traffic light warriors, whatever you want to call it, they don't do anything. Like, literally, they shoot off flying at the lights. As soon as it gets to the national speed limit, that's it, they're stuck at 60 still. It's a 70 mile an hour road, but no, they're stuck at 60. They've done their little, watch this. There you go, it's a VTEC now. The reps is 8.5. This is quick, is quick. I was in like 4th gear when I was letting it build up, so I was in low in the rev range. But if I would have dropped 2 gears, honestly, this would have flew. But it is quick enough, it's quick. It handles like he's on rails as well. It's really impressed me. I mean, to start off with my general driving, like, it doesn't really, it's just, I don't know, it turns as it should, goes as it should. But, so if I drop a gear, there you go. It's got a lot of torque there as well. It goes. So, this Mercedes is giving it. But this does go. Outside shots as well, like when you're accelerating and you see the road and it just eating up the road. I want to see if I can get some mounts for that, and that would make some good footage. It goes to 8,500. I don't know if it's supposed to do that. Maybe it's revamped. I don't know. You guys tell me. This is my first Civic Type-R. First basically Type-R K20 anything. So, obviously we've got a 140i. Let's see what he's going to do. I reckon he's going to go something. It's my first Type-R. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what is like, what I need to look out for. Obviously, I do let it warm up every time I do go. So, I know this dips to the road, literally. Yeah, this genuinely on the roundabouts, this is good. This is really good. Obviously, like I said, it spares the repairs, so it does need a lot of work done to it. But yeah, I knew it was spares the repairs. I knew there was a bit of faults with it. But yeah, that's all part of the process. And you know me, if it's cheap, I'm interested. If it's not cheap, nah, I'm not interested. So, yeah, there we are. For the first Type-R I've had, first Civic, I'm very impressed. Also, it's quite a boxy car. I wouldn't have imagined it to be this boxy. I mean, it genuinely doesn't feel like a small hatchback, I'll tell you that now. It feels like quite a big car. Obviously, I've had different types of hatchbacks. I've had saloon cars, I've had the normal 5-door hatchbacks, obviously, as in like the saloon type ones, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this genuinely doesn't feel like a small car when you're in it. It feels quite broad-shouldered, should we say. So it feels square and boxy, like a little van, if I'm honest. But there is a lot of space inside, a lot of space. We'll just do a loop up the ring road and then back home. In terms of mods, I'm not sure what sort of mods this car really has. I think it's got, it's lowered, and I know it's got a sports cat. Other than that, I don't think it's really got anything. It's got, oh yeah, also, another thing, it's got a fat amount of service history pre the previous owners, so up until like 2015 or so. It's got, well, I think basically it's all from one owner, but still, it's got like a fat amount of paperwork. Also, this is really quiet at the moment, so I don't know if the camera's picking up that soundtrack in the car. also that's going on is gonna make it loud. Everyone I've heard with that exhaust, I mean, like everyone's saying it is really loud. So my only concern is I don't have the baffle, because obviously I bought a second-hand exhaust. I bought it in Cardiff, so I didn't buy new. But basically it doesn't have the baffle insert with it as well. So if I'm taking it to track, I might have to swap out this back box, because I'm not convinced that's gonna pass the sound testing on the scrutineering on the track day. But yeah. Also, by look, by face value, or whatever, I don't know how to say it, but basically, how it stands, the car isn't actually, in my opinion, that low. It doesn't look that low, but it still scrapes a lot more than I was expecting it to. So I'm not sure if that's just the EP3 has things underneath that hang down lower than some of the cars. I've had the MX-5, I've had obviously the VW up, and I've had them low. I've had them at a low ride height, and they've never really scraped as much as this is scraping. Come on. That's what I really like about it. I've had obviously the Camaro GTs, and I think that was the only last car I had that I can physically feel all of the brake calipers engaging. But that was a car that I rebuilt them all on. This, so we drop a gear, drop another exit on the ring road. But yeah, I'm really impressed with it. Obviously it's a cheap EP3, so it's not 100% as it should be performing. It does need a little bit of work, but yeah. Also, if you guys know anywhere that I can get discounts on EP3 parts, let me know. So somewhere that's recommended for parts as well. I want like performance parts as well. So obviously you got discs, pads, you got the suspension. I'm going to be changing the suspension. I'm not too, it's a bit soft for my liking on the back end, actually, if I'm honest. My dad said that to me straight away, but yeah. Yeah, I want to change that. The dampening's too soft for me on the back, so I need to change that. There's a few things I want to do. Obviously get a rear brace in, the K brace. Actually, the Bath Motorsports does a K brace, but GC Fabrications does the cross brace, and in my opinion that looks a million times better. I think there's like £70 difference, but it looks more professional. The K brace just looks namby-pamby, so I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of things I got planned for the car, and then yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Obviously I'm not a mechanic, so I'm going to try my best to do some content on this car as much as I can, but there's only so much I can do, and I don't have all the tools and whatnot. So if it's something like driveway mods or something like you can do on the side of the road, then yeah, I'll be interested in giving it a go. But if it's something you want to do, I don't know, bolt a turbo on it or something, one, I'm not ready for that power, if I'm honest with you, and two, I haven't got the funds for that, and three, I haven't got the tools and knowledge of how to do all of that. So yeah, and yeah, so if it's something that is easy for me to do, then yeah, I'll do it. So let me know what you want to see, innit? But yeah, I'm not a mechanic, so everything you see me do on this channel is just how I think it should be done. Generally, that's how it should be done. If I've done it that way, then there's no better way of doing it. But yeah, who is the policeman? What's he doing? And he's got the bobby tie as well. But he had the blue badge, not the white badge, so maybe it was just the PCSO, like community support people. I don't know, well, not my problem. But it's cold to be walking out here.